It's a weird.
What do you mean?
Weird way
you'll
put it.
just say true.
I don't know, because you're saying it weird.
The stories you tell yourself come true.
Yes, of course.
So whether you're telling yourself negative stories when you're having a bad day and you think you're not progressing enough.
No. See, that comes back to, okay, just pull out a piece of paper and say, I progress a lot. I progress a lot.
No.
I progress a lot, and try to brainwash myself into thinking I'm a progress a lot person when I'm not.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to.
That's that whole auto-suggestion thing.
No, that's not the auto-suggestion thing.
I'm just confused now. It's just confusing. This whole this is coming down to a.
Do you know why it's confusing for you?
It's not just confusing to me. It's confusing to 90% of the people that never do anything.
Maybe, but great.
Now it's sounding motivational. Like we're at a motivational conference.
Do you know why?
I hate that shit.
I don't care if you hate it.
I don't think it helps a lot of people.
Maybe
really
it does. Maybe it
I don't think it
causes them to question what kind of things that they're telling themselves every day. Because there's things that are running through your mind every single time that you don't even realize. Like, oh, my life sucks. Oh, why did this have to happen to me? Oh, this obviously always happens to me. Why doesn't it happen to Susan? Why doesn't it happen to Karen? It always happens to me. The little things that you make up in your mind as truth, as your truth, they become your truth. The things that you tell yourself all the time, the little language that you use to communicate with yourself. So they're called stories because you make them up.
I'm just saying, whatever you're saying right now wouldn't help me in the slightest. It would just pisses me off, to be honest. I'm agitated by what you're saying right now.
Good.
Your story's your truth. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Nobody knows what that fucking means.
Maybe
I think people can get that on an intellectual level fairly easily. It's not rocket science what's being said here. It just doesn't mean anything to anybody. It doesn't mean anything to anybody. It doesn't mean anything to me. It's what's so frustrating.
Okay, well, maybe it means something to other people, and just because it doesn't mean it.
I don't think it does. That's what I'm trying to say.
You're
Everybody
one
says
person.
shit like that. No, I'm not. I'm not one person. There's an epidemic of people that go to all these conferences, conference after conference after conference, years and years and years in a row. And all these fucking stupid conferences are saying the exact same shit. Are they helping a little few people? Yes. Those people aren't me. How many people do those conferences help? What's the percentage? The people who run the conferences will tell you that it's a tiny fraction of people that it actually gets something out of it.
Yeah, just like most other things too.
Right. So why am I going to sit and peddle the same shit that hardly helps anybody? I got to do it a different way. If it didn't help me, I'm not gonna peddle it off.
Okay, great, but it helps me. So clearly there's a percentage of people like me that it's helped.
Those people are helping.
Shout out to people like me. Shout out to people like Talon. Clearly we're at a disagreement for this. But
I hate that story thing.
That's
story.
wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Your story is your truth. Who's that going to help me saying that to?
The stories you tell yourself
are the truth. So I'm going to go up to somebody. I'm not going to name names here. And I'm going to go, listen. I'm having such a problem, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go, listen, hey, the stories you tell yourself are the truth.
Do come true. It's like the self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay,
the guy's gonna be like, thanks, bud.
Okay, that's like year 1 in sociology class in university. It's the self-fulfilling prophecy. If you tell yourself that you're going to fail this test, chances are you're not going to do very well in it. But if you tell yourself that you're going to own it and you're feeling confident and you're going out there and you're making the actions that will reflect your results.
No, I don't fucking think so. No.
Okay, well, a lot of studies will not agree with you.
You know what's going to get, that's why everybody can't get anywhere, because everybody's trying to go off shit like that. It's not about that. You being confident for the test isn't you telling yourself you're confident for the test. It's studying your fucking ass off for 4 weeks, knowing every single answer inside and out. That's what gives you confidence in the test.
Okay.
And visualizing where you want to go to get you there, and then putting in the work and getting into the bad habits to get there. Not saying, I'm going to do well on this test. I'm going to do great on this test. It's the stories I tell myself that come true. I'm going to do great on this test. And you're going to tell yourself you're going to do great on this test every day until the day before the test when you haven't studied and don't know anything about it.
Well,
it's the work. Everyone wants to get out of the work. It's not about the stories you tell yourself. It's about the vision you have and the work you put in to get there. Get rid of the bad habit. That's it. It's all about the work. It's not this fucking wishy-washy storytelling bullshit. It's not. And if it was, then fucking anybody could do it. They just sit there and tell themselves things all day. That whole auto-suggestion thing, I'm not saying it doesn't work. It does, probably. But obviously, it only works for a small percentage of people. And what's the part everybody's missing? Everybody's lazy. That's the point. People are lazy. That's their problem. It's not that they can't. They're fucking lazy. They're lazy. And they're not confident. Well, how are they going to get confident? How are they going to get motivated? How are they going to get happy? By trying to tell themselves a new story? How are they going to even understand that enough to then do that ridiculous seeming thing that is so ridiculous to most people, to sit there and try to tell a story which nobody has an idea of actually how to do that? It's so confusing and shitty. That's why it doesn't work for anybody. Do the work. Come with a vision. Come up with something worth doing. Then do the work to get there. Put in the work. Put in the time. That's it. Get rid of the fucking bad habits. And yeah, fucking beat yourself up if you're not doing it. You're a fucking loser if you can't do it. That's it. And you're going to be a loser. And you're going to feel like a fucking loser. And you're going to regret it big time. Big time when you get to the end. Okay? And you spent fucking 10 years listening to Robbins and all these people say, oh, it's the stories you tell yourself, and tried telling yourself stories for fucking 10 years instead of doing something. That's why I hate that shit. I hate that. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It works for a small fraction of people where it clicks for them and like, oh, the stories, and they're able to do it, and then that gives them the motivation. That gives them the confidence to create the vision and do the work and da 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 da. But for most people, it's just not. They won't even do the work to create the new story. They're too lazy to create the story.
Right, but that's
so fuck that.
That's
if they're too crazy to create the story, and it's something weird and discombobulated and confusing, right? First of all, it's confusing, right? Now they're going to go in and put the work in, which they're too fucking lazy to do anyway, right? They're too lazy to put in any work anyway, and they don't want to change in their habits. That's hard. It's too hard, right? But now they're going to go and take action and do hard work and trying to change some weird story thing that they heard that they don't really understand. How about fucking forget all that and just do some work, like get some progress going. That'll give you the confidence. It's the progress that makes you feel good. Then worry about your fucking stories you tell yourself. God damn.
The stories come into the visualizations, and you agreed that visualizations are important in getting to your goals. So fuck you, because stories are essentially visualizations. So let's bring this to a wrap up, because you're just contradicting yourself with different vocabulary. Fucking stories are visualizations, and that's what you need to have.